I always ask people, if you don't have your health, what else do you have?
Yeah, that's right.
You can't be a good father, you can't be a good mother, you can't you can't run a business.
Exactly.
You can't do anything.
Yeah.
Health is priority number one.
It's crazy, yeah.
And nothing should come before that.
Yeah, your body's with you 24/7, you know? And so you got to invest in your body. Your body's with you 24/7, everywhere you go.
Exactly.
Because I've met CEOs who earn like 6 figures in one day. I've met like this guy, he owns like an oil company, he's got jets and stuff. And I was explaining to him what we do, like training and, you know, having passion for what you do. And he was in his 50s and he teared up. We were having breakfast and he was like, oh man, like, he says, Alan, like, never forget this. Like, you're still young. He says, never forget this. He says, you know, in life, no matter what you do not get caught up in what society tells you. Do not get caught up in the money, because that's what he did. He thought that money was going to give him happiness. You know, he thought money was going to give him a happy family. He thought money was going to give him recognition and love. And he chased that for 30 years of his life. And now he's a billionaire. He's like, he owns a jet, he owns a massive company. He looked at me in the eyes, he was crying. He said, I'm not happy. No. I've got everything I want. My wife left me, my children don't love me. And he says, you doing what you love now, chase that. And he says, like, follow your heart. And I'm like, wow.
You've got it, because happiness starts from here.
Yes, yeah.
You can look any kind of way society thinks you should look or behave or, you know, hang out with, whatever. It does. Once if it's not there, you got to find it there first.
It's inside.
You know?
Exactly right.
So
yeah. So that's why I think training your body, your mind, your spirit, all into one is important. But let's talk about mobility. Let's talk about flexibility, mobility.
Yeah.
I love the idea of physical freedom, because to me, you know, Invincible and building high quality human beings is about mastering yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, so that you're fast, strong, powerful, flexible, skillful. You can do anything. Mobility is a big part of that, and physical freedom, having range, and that's a big part of it. So,
that's right.
Do you want to tell us a bit more about the idea, the concept of mobility?
So just like you said, mobility, it's an idea or a concept.
Yeah.
Mobility is not like a set of drills or skills or something that you come in there to train mobility.
Yeah.
You know, mobility is an expression of or freedom of your body to move in space around yourself in daily life. No limits. Joints are open, things are flexible, you're feeling great, energy,
breathe better.
Amazing. You breathe better.
Yes.
So how do we get here? You know, we utilize disciplines, different disciplines, and drills from those disciplines to get stronger, to get more flexible, to build endurance, to be able to hang, to be able to crawl, to be able to go upside down. All of these things, they come together to strengthen your body so that you can express yourself with freedom. Basically, that's the best way I can explain it. So to give you the ability to move any way you want, any way you want, at any time you want.
And it's holistic. It's not holistic. Like just doing yoga or one discipline or, you know, or martial arts or just doing gym.
Yeah.
It's literally what your body's designed to do, is move.
Correct, is to move. Because there's limitations in everything. You know, I was a professional athlete. As an athlete, I had many, many limitations. Yeah, because I was constantly doing the same thing for my sport.
Yeah.
Somebody who doesn't move, who sits all day, also has limitations because they don't do anything. You know, runners who run a lot, they have a lot of hip limitations because they never address those issues. They're constantly in that flexed running position. You know, yogis, they have limitations because they don't work a lot on their strength. So they end up only being passive flexibility. They can't use that flexibility for anything.
That's right.
You know? So what I want to help people is to be able to be an all-rounder. You know, freedom to go to a martial arts class, they excel, they fit in. Freedom to go to yoga, they're very bendy. They can do it just like the teacher asked them to do it. You know, go to a dance class, they fit in. Rock climbing. Yeah. And then in daily life, you know, they wake up, no pain.
Yes.
Freedom to go, energy, boom, boom, boom.
Walking down the street, going to the grocery store.
Because this is what it's about. We are humans first and foremost.
Correct.
And it's our duty to have our body perform here at its peak.
Yes. Yeah.
There is no reason why any human should feel, you know, in pain, sore, that they can't do something.
Yeah.
you know, just going to the doctor, going to the physio every second for massage.
Taking
for
medicine.
No one's going to help you until you help yourself.
Exactly. Yes.
They can put a Band-Aid, the physio can put a Band-Aid on you, but this Band-Aid is not going to last.
Exactly.
Until you fix yourself, it's just going to go downhill.
That's
down,
right.
down.
That's right.
So you have to draw the line and say, it stops here, it stops today.
Yeah.
I make a change. Because I did it, I was also broken. I was also searching for something to heal my body.
Yeah.
I had limitations, injuries everywhere you could imagine.
Yeah.
And I said, this is enough. Like, I don't want to feel like this. I want to go out there, perform,
Yes.
be free,
Yeah.
go anywhere I want to go and physically perform in any skill.
Exactly.
So I set out to research the methods and,
Yeah.
I would like to now share this with other people, make them see, this is what it's about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward for everyone, as our members, our community, to see what you've got. Because just a couple of sessions where the drills you showed me, I find range in my shoulders. I breathe better. To me, breathing is so important.
Yeah.
Because
and so overlooked. People don't know how to breathe.
Yeah, because I realize a lot of times we're going through day life, we're shallow breathing. We don't go deep. And a lot of times it's because we're holding tension in our body. We're too tense in the body. And so when we open it up, we breathe better. Like your mind functions better. Everything's so much better.
We're going to focus on every joint in the body. We're going to open up everything, play some games, rhythm, coordination, everything that you used to do maybe as a kid that you lost along the way, we're going to bring that back.
Yeah.
And just, different elements, improving your balance, improving your coordination, improving your movement, improving your expression.
Yeah.
All of it. And then putting it all together.
Yeah.
As a little kind of, home practice and something that you can take away with you.
So they can do it anywhere. It doesn't have to be at a gym. They can do it at home, at a hotel.
Movement can be done anywhere.
Yeah. That's the beauty of it, because you don't need equipment. You don't need a gym equipment.
You just need a body
and a floor,
and a floor and a brain
and the willpower.
And the willpower.
The willpower
Yeah. That's it.
And that's the beauty of it. Imagine. I always love imagine a world where everyone has physical freedom.
Yeah.
No pain. They feel good. They perform at their best. They perform at their peak. Because what happens is mentally, emotionally, socially, they open up too. And that way the world becomes a better place, because even when you're driving around, there's no negativity. The people are not cutting each other off, they're swearing at each other, and walking down the street, they're not miserable. Yeah. That's my vision. If we can create more people that are happy in their body, performing their best, they inspire the world, they inspire people. And then overall our community becomes better. So that's why, to me, it's like, that's the mission. Like everything I do, that's why, like meeting you, collaborating with you, that's the goal. If we can get people to live better, feel better, perform better, like they feel better themselves, and then we get out of mediocrity, because we're fighting against mediocrity. I believe that in life we should not exist. We should be thriving. We should be living at our peak, living at our best.
Mobility has changed my life.
Yeah.
I sleep better.
Yeah.
I eat better. I digest better. I do everything better.
Yeah.
It has changed my life. So I would like for people to have an open mind to learn until they come to that little point where the light bulb clicks and they know.
Exactly.
Then they'll want to do more. They're going to research on their own. And,
I think there's a big trend towards it now.
You
look at athletes like LeBron James, he's got into mobility and yoga, and Conor McGregor gets into it.
David Goggins.
Yeah. All the athletes. And it's what Bruce Lee used to talk about, right? He used to say, it's because he used to compare his kung fu with karate a lot, and he used to say karate, it's like the oak tree. You're very stiff and strong, but when the hurricane comes, you break. But kung fu, you'd rather be like the bamboo, it's very supple and bends, and it's strong, but you're still
resilient.
And
so
resilient.
You can bend, but you can come back into position.
And I think that's the philosophy of life. It's just that balance. You can't be too soft.
It's anti-fragility. You're building anti-fragile bodies, anti-fragile humans, anti-fragile.
Yeah, exactly.
Capable of dealing with the stresses of life.
Yes.
Everything it throws at them.
Exactly. I think that's the goal. 1% better every day. What does that mean to you, Vanja?
So for me, I've always had the philosophy that I only compete with myself and myself only. And that means to be 1% better every day I come. Every day I show up, no matter where I start, no matter where my vision is, where I want to go, I'm going to come in every day and just do 1% better than yesterday.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. Because I find after coaching so many people last 13 years, I see types of people. The first type of person is they come in and they're like, oh my God, I want to do that. I want to do your backflip. I want to do this. I want to do that. And they're like, oh my God, why am I not there yet? And they're always trying to like be 10 steps ahead. And then the other type of persons I see is like, oh yeah, I'm just cruising. I don't need to be more, you know.
Yeah. Or I cannot be more.
And I cannot be more, exactly.
They say that, they look at the stuff I
limit
do and
themselves.
they're like, yeah, I could never do that. That's not for humans.
There's a ceiling already, 1% better every single time. You don't need to be the best. You don't need to go crazy. Just take one step at a time. Just put in your repetitions, put in your time, put in your hours, and then slowly we get better and better.
And it's not like competing with anyone else.
Correct.
Or trying to achieve where they are. It's trying to be better than you.
Yeah.
So you don't know where your limits are today, but unless you
Until
try
you
every day and push it, you won't ever know.
Kaizen, you know the word Kaizen?
Yeah.
So Kaizen is a word that we have, that we don't have in the English language. It is a Japanese word. So in English language, we don't even have a word to describe this philosophy. All it means is that every single day, you just get better by 1%. If you think about getting better 1% every single day in a whole year, that's 365%. That's 3 times in a whole year.
Yeah.
So it's not about going crazy things, it's just 1% ever.
Yeah.
And competing with yourself.
All you have to do is show up.
Yes.
Like you just have to come to the gym, take your shoes off, step on the mat, do one push-up, and it's good.
Exactly.
It's enough. You've done it.
Yeah.
You know, you made the effort to get out of bed, to come in here. You didn't make any excuses.
Exactly.
So you may not be able to do 10 push-ups today. Tomorrow, the next day, you'll get there.
Right. Yeah.
But you have to, in your mind, set it. Like, I have to go no matter what.
Yes.
Rain, hail, shine.
Yes.
I told myself I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and do it.
Yes.
Day in, day out.
Yeah.
No excuses.
And that builds momentum.
Yeah.
That builds momentum. Yeah.
It is, because as I say, how you do one thing is how you do everything in life.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's discipline. There's no motivation. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Motivation comes and goes. One day you feel like this, next day you feel like that, you know. It doesn't matter. Discipline is doing it no matter how you feel, what's going on in your life. It's discipline.
That's right, yeah.
Priority.
Yeah, one of my coaches said exactly that. Like you can't rely on motivation because it's always up and down.
Yeah.
And you rely on that. You're going to wake up in the morning, you're like, it's raining today. I'm not going to feel like doing it.
Yeah.
But if it's discipline, you wake up and do it no matter what. And what happens is life will always inertia. It's always about inertia. That means that when you're in bed, you don't feel like training or you don't feel like doing anything, you're there. But you've got to have the discipline to break the inertia. So when you start running, for example, you put your shoes on, you go out and run, you don't want to stop either. When you start running, when you start sweating, it's momentum and you don't want to stop.
Yeah.
And that's the goal of life, I believe, is creating momentum in the positive direction versus momentum or inertia in the negative direction. And that's what we're here to help people. As coaches, our goal is to help people break through those limitations, both physical and mental, so that they can achieve that freedom. And that's what it is. We're always so stuck in this bubble or circle of limitation, and then we settle for what society tells us, we settle for what friends tell us, we settle, and I believe that's the worst fate of life, where you're living day by day towards death and not doing anything, you know, mediocrity. So
you're boxed in, institutionalized to everything that somebody tells you should be doing.
Exactly.
Who is there to tell you what you should or should not be doing? And okay, there are rules and limitations to some things, but most things you don't even know what you're capable of.
You have so much potential.
So it's your job to go out there and study and learn and seek. Open up your mind, like open up your horizons. This is what I did. You know, I was also lost at one point, you know, physically, mentally, in all kinds of ways. But I knew that there was more to life than where I was. So I took the initiative and I went and I searched for it. I found mentors, I found coaches.
That's right.
And that's why I love movement. Because movement is like a gateway to open up so many avenues. You know, that you can see within yourself, physically, mentally, what you can do, the skills that you can achieve. You know, the people you meet. It's huge. So I think this is one of my biggest goals, is what I want to bring to the people, you know. How movement impacts you here, first and foremost, mentally. Then it's the skill development, the complexity, the growing with the movement. You know? Each day you learn something new. Because
body and mind's connected. Your mind dictates what your body does, your body dictates what your mind does. So if you want to feel good, you train your body, so then you feel good. When you feel good, your body actually performs even better.
That's
so it's a cycle.
But you should know that, like, in some cases you are also not your mind, because your body will often lie to you. It lies to you.
Yeah.
So it's your job to tell it, hey, no, not today. We're not going to play this game.
Yeah.
We're going to go out despite how
That's
we
right.
feel,
That's
because we
right.
know it's a lie.
That's right.
We know it's a lie.
Yes.
Because we're just used to this habit of feeling a certain way, or this
Yeah.
is painful, this is sore, headache.
Yeah.
It's all a lie.
Yeah, yeah.
Go out there, you tell yourself, do it.
Yeah.
It's going to change.
Yeah, yeah. It's just that discipline.
Yeah.
And that's willpower, which I find that today's society, we lack so much because everything's so instant. I find so many people lack that willpower. They want something, but they're like, oh, I don't want to try. I don't want to do it. Or I'd rather sit there and just scroll, you know. It's that willpower that we got to push people to. Once we push people enough, like give them the jump start, they got momentum. And then they can go. And then we guide them for the next steps, the next step, next steps.
Correct.
Yeah.
You have to learn to like be uncomfortable. That's the thing, which
Yeah.
most people are not, unfortunately. So it's
Yeah.
our job to teach and to guide and to
Yeah.
make people understand that yes, you gotta hustle a bit. You
Yeah.
can't be made of sugar.
Exactly.
You can't be,
Yeah.
you know.
My partner recently was watching this YouTube channel called Yes Theory, right? And they've got this really good quote or slogan. It's called Chase Discomfort. And it's a YouTube channel, just a whole bunch of guys just chasing discomfort. Like they met Wim Hof, you know, and they did the ice bath and did a whole bunch of stuff. But I love that because that chasing discomfort wakes us up.
It does.
And puts us outside the boxes. As coaches, we need to be able to show people that, like, this is your comfort zone, right? We got to take you outside of that. And comfort zone doesn't mean going to the gym and just, oh, I'm going to sweat and I'm going to grow. It's not that.
No.
Trying new things, trying new mobility drills, trying new things.
Sucking at it.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
fail. That's where you learn. You know,
Yes.
I was reading a recent podcast. It said the best way to increase neuroplasticity or the plasticity of your brain is by making mistakes.
Yes.
Do the task, make the mistake.
That's
when
right.
you go away to digest, that's where you learn and you grow neurons.
And you know how so many people are like, I want to be young, I want to look younger. Neuroplasticity, the more you do that, the more you de-age yourself.
Correct.
As well. Yeah.
Because up to, I think, like the age of 25 is when you stop growing neurons.
Yeah.
It all goes downhill.
But you can train it.
But you can train that.
Exactly.
Just as with your body, you know, everything is going downhill unless you do something about it.
That's right. From here, anybody that wants to register, just check out all the descriptions and links. You can find us on all the links below. But I'm looking forward to this.
Me too.
And for me, we make the world a better place.
Yeah.
Cool.